Today on our 2012 Hyundai Veloster, we'll be installing the CURT Hitch, part number C11254. Here's what our hitch will look like once it's installed. Next, we'll go ahead and give you a couple measurements to assist you with selecting accessories for your new hitch, such as a ball mount, bike rack, or cargo carrier. From the center of the hitch pin hole to the outermost edge of the bumper is 4 1/4 inches. From the top of the receiver tube opening to the ground is 9 1/4 inches. We'll now go ahead with the installation. To begin our install, we'll first go ahead and point out the attachment points. We'll have a total of 4 attachment points, 2 on each side. The 2 here on the passenger side will be the access hole and the small pilot hole that will drill out to a 1/2 inch size for our hardware. And then on the driver's side, we'll reuse the same access hole and the manufacturer's tow hook. Now to begin our install, we'll first need to remove the 2 nuts that hold the heat shield to the frame. We'll then bend the heat shield down so we can gain access to our forward attachment point, which will also be the access hole here for the passenger side. Next, we'll go ahead and remove the rubber plugs from the frame rail, opening up the access hole and attachment point for each side. Now, to give ourselves a little working room here with the exhaust right next to the hole we need to drill out in the frame, I'm going to use a safety strap to pull the exhaust over. Now we'll go ahead and drill out the hole. Now with our hole drilled out, we're ready to start installing our hardware. For the frame rail attachment points, we're going to use a 7/16 carriage bolt and spacer block in the frame. Securing it underneath, sandwiching the hitch, will be our 7/16 flange nut. To get our hardware in the frame, we'll use a 7/16 pull wire provided with the install kit. Let's go ahead and take the pull wire, feed it through the rear attachment point here first, then out the access hole. Now we'll slide on the block and thread on the bolt. We'll feed the block and bolt into the frame separately and pull them into position. We'll leave the pull wire attached to the carriage bolt, which will assist with getting our hitch up into position without pushing our hardware back into the frame. Now for the forward attachment point here on the passenger side, we're going to use the reverse pull method. We'll take the pull wire, slide on our block, thread on the carriage bolt. We'll then feed the carriage bolt into our access hole, followed by the block, and our access hole will now become our attachment point as we pull them back down over the hole. Again, we'll leave our pull wire attached. Next, I'll go ahead and remove my strap, and we'll start installing our hardware here on the driver's side. We'll repeat the same process using the reverse pull method, turning the access hole into our attachment point. For the fourth attachment point here, we'll wait till we get the hitch in position before we install our hardware. We're now ready to put our hitch in place. It's a good idea to get next to the hands to help you hold the hitch while you install the fasteners. As we bring the hitch up, we'll feed the pull wires through the attachment points of the hitch. Once we get our hitch in place, we'll then go ahead and remove the pull wire and install the flange nut. Next, we'll go ahead and install our hardware at the tow hook. We'll be using the 1/2 inch carriage bolt and block, going through the tow hook, then through the hitch, and install a flange nut. Now with all our hardware in place, we'll go ahead and tighten it down. Now with our hardware tightened down, we'll go ahead and torque the specifications as indicated in instructions. Now with all our hardware tightened down, we go ahead and reinstall the heat shield and fasteners. And now with our heat shield reinstalled, this will complete the install of our CURT hitch, part number C11254, on our 2012 Hyundai Veloster.